In a world where everyone shares their highlight reels, Ella Grace chose to share her heart. Every morning before the city woke up, she'd sit by her small window, phone in hand, coffee in the other, and record short devotionals for her followers. She spoke about faith, patience, and God's promises. Her videos reached thousands. People called her the digital Sarah. But what no one knew was that behind every video, there was a quiet storm she never showed. For 3 years, Ella had been waiting for her own miracle, the one she never talked about on camera. Every night, she prayed for healing, for an answer, for the dream she thought God had promised, but heaven stayed silent. There were days she'd record videos with tears hidden behind her smile. She'd say, "God's timing is perfect," then turn off the camera and whisper, "But Lord, when will it be my time?" One evening, after posting a verse about waiting on the Lord, she opened her feed and felt the weight of comparison sink in. Everyone seemed to be moving forward while she was standing still. She whispered, "Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I misheard you." A message notification popped up. "You inspire me every day. Thank you for reminding me that God hasn't forgotten me." She smiled faintly, but it only deepened her ache, because she wasn't sure she still believed those words herself. Doubt crept in like a slow fog. Ella stopped posting for weeks. Her followers asked, "Are you okay?" But she didn't know how to answer. Every verse she used to quote now felt distant. She wondered if God fulfilled his promise to Sarah. Why hasn't he fulfilled mine? She opened her Bible to Genesis 18, where Sarah laughed at God's promise, and Ella whispered through her tears, "I get it now, Sarah. I'd laugh too." That night, she prayed differently. No fancy words, no rehearsed lines, just a broken, honest heart. "Lord, even if you never give me what I asked for, please, don't let me lose you in the waiting." And for the first time in months, peace not answers filled the room. Sometimes God doesn't respond with miracles, but with presence. The next morning, she decided to post again. No filters, no perfect setup, just her raw and real. She said, "Even when faith feels impossible, keep believing that God is still working, even in silence." Hours later, she got a comment that stopped her heart. "Miss Ella, your words saved my life today. I was about to give up, but your video reminded me that God still sees me." She covered her mouth, tears falling freely. In that moment, she realized, even in her waiting, God had been using her voice to heal others. Ella laughed the same kind of laugh Sarah must have had when she realized the promise was real. Because while she was waiting for her own miracle, she was someone else's miracle all along. Maybe God hadn't forgotten her. Maybe he'd just been writing her story quietly, one post, one prayer, one tear at a time. She picked up her camera again, this time not to preach, but to testify. "Friends," she said softly, "God's promises don't expire, even when we start to doubt." The views didn't matter anymore. The numbers didn't matter. What mattered was that through her waiting, others found their faith again. And somewhere in heaven, the same God who promised Sarah smiled. Because centuries later, another woman had learned the same truth. God is still the promise keeper.